How we doing, gang?
Good. Good.
No, it was an exciting day. Anytime you go as hard as we went today and get as much work done as you did today and have no nicks is a great day for a head football coach. And we're going to learn a lot from the tape. We got to continue to try to stay up, practice like big-time athletes, and stay off the ground and not chip ourselves, because obviously it's important that everybody stays healthy. But I like the intensity. I like where we are. Coaches and players alike got to keep plodding through. It's camp. It's a great time to get better. Tomorrow will be our first two-a-day. We're looking forward to that. Hopefully, and then tomorrow afternoon we'll get a little scrimmage time. We'll get the coaches off the field, let them play a little bit, which will be exciting. So I like where we are. Excited about what's to come, and anxious to get it going. Questions?
What you have with the offensive line, have you seen marked improvement? That some of the questions are.
Yeah, I think we're solid. We're not there yet, but I think we're solid. You know, it's a good place to feel. I mean, we've got to keep everybody healthy, keep everybody going, and I think some of the young players are starting to show like they can be contributors. I think Chris Ward is a possible contributor this year.
Does it feel different than a year ago when you're trying
experienced? Yeah, it's experienced. Now the downside of that is it's not the same offense, but at least in a portion of it. But I think that we're miles ahead of where we were when we first got here, no question.
Jordan James feeling all right?
A little bit of a strained hamstring, and so we'll nurse him a little bit.
Any update on Fourier and Prince?
Fourier just kind of took the day off. We're hopeful that he can get back and be ready to go over the weekend.
Groin?
Yeah, it's still the same. Just kind of feels weak is the assessment.
You're still hoping for Josh Smith?
Yeah, I'm hoping that we'll get Josh back. You know, trainers are like moms. They say, well, I'm not sure he's ready to go out and play. And coaches are like that PE coach that we all had with the flat top. And they say, get him out here, he's ready. And it's always going to be a struggle, but I trust those guys. And the bottom line is they got to be ready to play 3 weeks from now.
What about Kevin? You think he'll play tomorrow?
I would probably say he's in that same category of probably being nursed a little bit.
How's Aaron Hester's attitude, his cockiness, what does that bring to the team and the defense?
Well, if it's constructive, it's terrific. If it gets selfish and becomes personal, then it becomes destructive. And so it's important that we teach him the difference. I think he's a tremendously competitive kid that I love, and I'm glad he's on our team. And I like that he's got that fire in his belly. But you have to be careful about how far you take that, and do you lose track of what the team's defense is calling for rather than your individual battle.
How's he doing managing that?
Better. I wouldn't say there yet, but better.
Can you talk a little bit about Dietrich Riley?
You know, Dietrich's another one of those kids that loves football. One thing about this freshman class is they love to play. There's a bunch of guys trying to get to the front of the line, and enjoying the competition, enjoying all that they're learning, and getting, even though they're making mistakes, they're making them fast. And Dietrich is a quality player. I spent a lot of time personally recruiting him, and so I've got to know him real well. And he's a terrific kid that wants to be very, very good. And I just know that if he'll continue to work like that, great things are going to ensue.
What are you seeing in Chris Ward that you said he could get some playing time?
You know, he's a smart young guy, and he's really physical, and he's got a great anchor. You always worry about strength with young offensive linemen, and can they anchor when they're getting bull rushed and things like that. And he's been able to do that against some pretty stout defensive linemen. Even when Dayton was healthy, he was able to do it. So I think that he's shown that he might be ready. Now, hopefully, we're not calling on him anytime soon, but it's great to know that you're creating some more depth.
One weekend, who are a couple of the other freshmen that you feel like are, know what they're doing?
That's a long list. I don't know. I think a shorter list would be who isn't, and I'm not answering that. But the bottom line is we've got a host of young players that I think are going to be really, really talented guys. Zumwalt would be a great example as a linebacker. The two running backs, both James and Malcolm, or Jordan and Malcolm, are doing terrific. Anthony Barr's been terrific. at the position he's in. You mentioned Chris Ward. I think Yandel and Innes are both right on schedule. I'm going to go down there. Cassius Marsh been terrific in the defensive front, and we'll still wait to see Anthony Jefferson. He get his full pads on tomorrow. But you know, it's an exciting class, and whenever I do that, I'm going to go back and figure out which ones I left out.
How about Owa?
Huh?
Owa.
Yeah, there's a classic example of another great player. Epinesa has done some great things. So this class from top to bottom is absolutely excellent. Absolutely excellent. If we can continue to put these classes together, UCLA football is going to be on the map before much more time passes.
When you say like right on schedule, what do you mean by that?
Learning, getting better, showing signs of improvement. Game's not too big for them. Not necessarily ready for the show, but definitely on schedule where you can see down the road with some increased strength and awareness and all the different things that go on in developing as a person going from 18 to 19, let alone being in the kind of conditioning program that we have. You got a guy that is going to be a really good player for you.
Oh, seem to have the physicalness to play the position right now.
No question. Now it's just a technique situation. Yeah. No question the strength is there. And so it's a fun thing to see. I mean, I left off my two guys from Fresno, Tevin McDonald and Wesley. You know, those two guys are going to be big-time players. They got it. So it's a fun crew.
Thank you.
All right,